is hurting you right now? Your eyes, I take it? Okay, did you get beat up or assaulted?
Yeah, they kicked me.
They kicked you? Whereabouts did they kick you?
My head, my ribs.
I have a really bad feeling about this call.
Hey, she alive?
Because when I've found patients in these locations like this, they've been deceased.
What's happening?
A female who is definitely on something. She is losing her mind.
Base to 27. Code 8 is on scene with a 19-year-old female. She was taking an overdose on an unknown substance.
You should be able to see Code 8 as you pull up.
There's Code 8 right there.
Code 8 is our radio term for Saskatoon City Police. As we arrive, we see multiple Code 8 vehicles on scene. It could potentially mean a lot of things. It could be a dangerous situation. There could be weapons there.
Yeah, there's a door here. Just a lot of commotion going on here.
Before we get to the front door, I can hear the patient screaming.
Hi there.
So immediately I know that there's a situation going on that's completely out of control, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get control over this.
What's happening?
A female who is definitely on something. She is losing her mind.
Is she kind of a harm to herself, do you think?
When you can hear somebody screaming like that from the street, before you even get to her, you know her level of agitation is extremely high.
It kind of is that blood-curdling kind of scream that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
It's an extremely tight space. She's face down on the floor. There's a cop on either end of her holding her down.
Mental health history, bipolar, depression, anxiety.
Hush. The only way that I can physically give this patient an IV is to sit on her legs and have police officers on either side of her holding her down.
Have you ever seen an act like this before? Any allergies?
Not that I know of. I know she when she drinks liquor, she has a reaction.
What about drugs, street drugs?
You didn't let me die.
I'm gonna give her some medicine in the arm. It's gonna calm her down, and then she'll either walk out of here or we'll carry her out of here. I don't know why she's acting like this, but we have to calm her down to get her out of here safely because I don't want her to get hurt, okay?
We're at the point where, regardless the nature of the hysteria, we're gonna have to sedate her to transport her to the hospital. There's just no other way to do it at this point.
My mom.
I don't want to sedate her so much that she's laying flat on the floor and now we have to breathe for her. But I want to give her just enough that she's calm and we can walk her out of the house.
Okay, so I've given her some medicine to help calm her down. You can tell she's not screaming so much.
All right, babe. Just us girls here. Calm down. Slowly breathing down.
We'd like to walk her out of here and take her up to University Hospital. Did you want to come with us?
I can't.
Give us a minute to get her onto the stretcher maybe, and then you can change.
Where's my mother?
She's here.
Oh, look at my boy.
I think I broke my glasses.
Gonna give her another 2.5.
How much total?
No.
She said
This
5.
needs a higher dosage. Give me a higher dosage. She needs a higher dosage.
It's tough to stay neutral when somebody spits on you like that. You just can't take it personally. She was kind of out of options. Her hands were tied, her feet were tied.
Okay, watch your feet.
It's not my job to judge how she got here. There's lots of things that she could be dealing with in her life. It's my job to help her.
The patient that we picked up earlier in the evening, I'm just glad that we got her out of the house safe, as well as the rest of us. I think I broke my glasses. Unfortunately, we see this a lot. She could be a nice, normal person on any other given day, but when she decides to take drugs, this is our outcome.
unconscious, not alert, no other details at this time.
Kind of vague details here, hey?
Yeah, not alert. Maybe she's in talks.
She's diabetic.
Yeah, diabetic. That's not a lot of information. She could be intoxicated. Is she injured? Maybe it's a medical problem.
Oh, look at this guy's waving at us right here. Oh,
She's outside.
arrived.
We pull up on scene and see a female curled up in the entrance of a building.
What's going on today? How come we're laying in the entryway here? It's a nice radio. Are you sick?
Yeah.
Any drugs or alcohol this evening? Have you done both or one or the other?
Yeah.
Yeah? How much have you been drinking? And what about drugs? What have you been taking? Ecstasy?
Yeah. How long ago did you take it?
Like an hour ago? Can you take me to the hospital?
Yeah.
Absolutely, we can. Yeah.
I just want to check your eyes first, okay? So look right at my nose. I'm going to shine a light in them just like this, okay? And on this side. Good.
You have a place to stay, right?
No, I don't.
Do you know her?
Yes.
In the middle of my assessment, there's just an unknown male who shows up beside me. How do you know her?
I don't know, but she knows.
It's becoming obvious to me, this man does not know our patient. Where do you live right now?
Nowhere.
Oh, so you're homeless?
I live right here. She can lay down. She'll be fine.
Why don't we take you in the ambulance and check you out a little bit closer before we decide to leave you on the street? Even though there's nothing medically concerning at this time, it's important that we don't leave this woman in a state that she's not safe in. Why don't you sit up and we'll
Do you
check
know
out
her,
again.
sir?
Pass me your hand.
When it comes to the homeless people, everybody knows everybody. She's a very familiar face in that respect, right?
What else have you done tonight except for ecstasy?
Anytime that, you're walking down the street and you see somebody curled up in a doorway, I think it's almost your responsibility as a citizen to make sure that individual is okay. And if they're not, obviously to alert 911 and get them some help.
Oh, we'll just take you in the ambulance. We'll just check you out in the ambulance. Who are you? You're nobody to her.
Who are you to her, sir?
The only goddamn person in this whole crowd that gives it. I know her. She's a familiar face. Is anybody gonna take responsibility for her well-being after they make sure she's okay at the hospital? Who's gonna? Are you? Yeah, I'm sure we'll both survive it. No thanks to any goddamn help from you. Oh, we'll just take you in the ambulance. We'll just check you out in the ambulance.
The man who wanted us to turn our patient over to him actually showed up to the hospital, tried to gain access to the patient's room, but was denied by hospital staff.
Base to 67. The Delta responds for an 82-year-old female patient, syncopal episode with a fall.
A syncopal episode is a medical term for someone who has fainted. We're going for a fall, and we want to figure out what's the reason behind the fall. Hello. Where are we headed?
Yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
We walk in, I can see an elderly female laying on the ground. She is very sick. She's gray, she's diaphoretic, so she's soaked in sweat, and she's very scared.
Can you tell him your name?
She looks confused. She looks dazed.
So what happened?
Okay. She wasn't feeling very well at supper time.
Okay.
So she didn't finish her supper.
Okay.
And then going to the washroom, and she was in the washroom trying to throw up. She couldn't throw up, so she come back and at the door. She like fainted. Like she was holding the door rim. And
Do you remember what day it is today? What day is it today?
I don't know.
Do you know what month we're in?
No.
What city do we live in? Does he have a history of dementia?
Yeah.
Okay. So generally, Tom said she's quite confused. Okay. The patient's dementia complicates things because although she's having pain, she can't articulate her symptoms or how long she's had them. Can you do me a favor? Squeeze my hands. Okay, good.
How is she on a day-to-day basis, sir? Is she normally confused? Will she converse?
Is your breathing easy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Okay, are you dizzy?
She had no sense of time, date.
Okay.
So your tummy's the worst?
Looks like an inferior STEMI. The ECG shows the patient has a blockage in her heart. She's having a heart attack.
We're gonna lift you and carry you outside to our bed, okay?
Okay. We're gonna put this other one way up here.
I feel bad for our patient. She's confused and not understanding why she would need to go to the hospital.
Hello? Hi, my name is Alicia. I'm a paramedic.
Okay.
I'm here with your mom.
Right. Well, what's the matter? Like, what happened?
Okay, there.
She is possibly having a heart attack.
What?
1, 2, 3.
I need to ask you a couple questions.
Let's get you covered up. You must be very cold.
In the event that her heart does stop, does she want CPR done?
Yes.
If she stopped breathing, would she want to be intubated?
Just do whatever it takes.
Okay. The patient's daughter has asked for a full code, which means we'll do everything we possibly can to revive the patient. Okay, so we are a full code. Everything.
Okay.
3 AVF.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do another one quickly now.
Do you want anything?
No, we just need to go.
We want to leave the scene as quick as possible. Any other treatment can be done on the way.
How many times have you thrown up today?
None.
None. Okay, do you remember fainting?
No.
No. She's having a lot of trouble processing what's going on. You have to throw up. The patient's nauseous, and that's a symptom of a heart attack. Sheila, can we speed up, please? We need to get this patient to the cath lab to see cardiology. We gotta go hot. We got her to the cath lab in time. They were able to restore circulation, and she's doing well now.
This to 1936. You're responding Bravo. Truck versus tree. City police are en route. All other information unknown.
So just one patient in there?
Just says truck versus tree, single vehicle.
The report is that nobody's exited the vehicle, so good chance that somebody's unconscious inside the truck.
Jesus, we're gonna hit a tree. At this point, we're unsure of why this gentleman crashed into the tree. He could have underlying medical conditions such as diabetes, or he could just be intoxicated.
Right here. He definitely hit a tree.
You're like fighting with him.
Yeah. When we approach the vehicle, we see 2 police officers in the cab of the truck with a semi-conscious male. What do you guys have here? Has he been talking to you?
No, we have.
No.
So Callie, there's no real impact here. It looks like he just kind of rolled up on it against the tree.
Can you talk? We're the paramedics. Tell me your name. Can you?
Hey.
Just relax. Just. All of a sudden, the patient wakes up agitated. They almost kicked me. Of course, I don't like it when patients kick me, but a lot of times they don't really know what they're doing.
Okay.
4.8 is his blood sugar.
So probably normal, eh?
So that's pretty normal. He smells of alcohol.
Drinking tonight?
He just kind of drifted into that tree.
Slowly, you can hear him coming anyway. Just slowly, like, just drifted.
What do you think you are?
Police are having to hold him down inside the car. It doesn't seem like he's really cooperating or coherent enough, but can't get anywhere close to him because he keeps threatening violence.
Well, so we're thinking he's just intoxicated.
We're pretty sure this patient doesn't have any injuries.
Yeah, have a seat.
But we're still gonna take him to the back of the ambulance and do a head-to-toe. Can you tell me what happened tonight?
There you go, just like that. Hands in.
Keep him close.
Yeah, he was slouched over, like I was banging on the window and he was
kind of in and out.
Slouched over to the passenger side?
You don't feel any sign of trauma on him?
No, there's not a scratch.
There's no alcohol evidence in the truck, but you can kind of smell it just from him being in there.
I think this guy's very lucky. I think the community's very lucky. He's pretty intoxicated. So the fact that nobody got hurt, nobody's injured, and there's no real damage to any, properties, houses, other vehicles.
Hang on that yellow bar.
Is pretty miraculous in itself. So kind of a rough call with a happy ending.
Base to 36. You're responding for a 19-year-old male who was assaulted with Mace. City police are en route.
Bear spray calls are the worst for the patient.
Yeah.
Excruciatingly painful.
Bear mace is typically extremely uncomfortable. It's very painful, it's an irritant, it temporarily blinds you. Bear mace will drop grown men. It will make grown men cry.
My name's Callie, I'm one of the paramedics. What is hurting you right now? Your eyes, I take it? Okay, did you get beat up or assaulted?
Yeah, they kicked me.
They kicked you? Whereabouts did they kick you?
My head, my ribs.
Okay.
And did you witness it? Or?
Yeah, I witnessed the very end of it. Like, I was just turning around, he was on the ground, and they were kicking him and stuff like that.
I have some wipes here. They're called Sudocon. They're designed for pepper spray.
Now, while I was turning around the parking lot across the street, and I happened to see two gentlemen and a female kind of attacking this guy who was already on the ground. So I honked my horn and kind of yelled. Okay, they scattered off down the streets.
His lungs were nice and clear. I'm gonna put that on your face. I'll let you rub that one if you want.
My first concern then was making sure to get on 911, getting paramedics here. And so we're just trying to keep them calm, let them know the paramedics were coming.
Where were you coming from? Work. You just finished work?
Yeah, I'm a cook.
So I give this patient a Sudocon wipe to try and temporarily relieve some of the pain and remove the bear mace from his eyes.
The best remedy for this stuff is water, and dish soap.
It's extremely hard to remove from your skin. It's an oil-based substance, so you need something like a dish soap that cuts through grease to remove it.
Are you wanting to get an x-ray on those ribs? No.
Is there someone we could call for you?
This poor gentleman, he's just finished a shift at work and he's walking home. And he's jumped just out of nowhere. 3 assailants, it sounds like, so he's had a tough night.
Hi guys, are you Landon's mom? My name's Corey, I'm one of the paramedics in the city. He's doing really good right now. Okay. He got sprayed, he didn't get like stabbed or nothing like that. He just needs to go home, stand in the shower and let the lukewarm water. Yeah, yes, he's doing really good. All his vital signs are normal, so deep breath, that's a scary thing to wake up to.
Hi, Mom. I don't want to touch you.
Give him a hug after.
This patient handled being bear maced very well. Typically, people are rolling on the ground, crying, in a lot of pain, but he was a real champ about it. It's pretty unfortunate that those things happen to people.
After rinsing his face all night, it took a couple of days for his vision to return to normal.
Watch as these two paramedics are on their way to the call. Trauma is Ben's first name.
It's my middle name.
No, it's his first name. Trauma Ben.
This is 1936. This is a Delta response. Patient is under the University Bridge on a trail. Not conscious, breathing status unknown.
Well, let's go see what's going on here.
We arrive on scene and police are already there. Anytime we arrive on scene with a suspicious circumstance, the police try to come.
So the call comes in, unconscious person under the bridge, possibly not breathing.
How you doing?
My first thought is, are they deceased?
What's going on, sir?
Under the bridge. It's just up on the right. In the distance, I can see the police are already with the patient, and the patient isn't moving.
Yeah, 20, yeah,
We're with police. I have a really bad feeling about this call.
Hey,
you alive? Because when I've found patients in these locations like this, they've been deceased.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
sneak up there. Oh.
Careful. Just slow down.
Relax.
What happened to you? You hurt anywhere? Huh?
Can I just check your heart?
I don't see anything wrong with her knee.
She doesn't seem to have any serious injuries other than a scrape on her knee.
Are you hurt?
No.
Come on, let's get you up.
Can we walk you up to our truck?
What we want to do is get her back to the ambulance so we can assess her more thoroughly.
Don't fall.
This young lady is very lucky that she was found by these two gentlemen.
Here, can you walk up the steps?
She's passed out in the bushes under the bridge at night.
Had a look at you, okay?
And in this scenario, anything could have gone horribly wrong.
I can't even see out of my glasses. They're so dirty.
Very dirty paw prints all over them, hey?
The 20-year-old female patient, she was found hanging. She has been cut down.
Oh, God, this sucks.
Don't think about it until you get there.
No. Honestly, this is just how my
cousin killed herself like not even long ago, so.
Are you gonna be okay?
It just sucks.
Do you need someone else to come?
No, it's okay.
As soon as I see Josh's emotion, and as soon as he tells me his experience, I'm concerned that this call could potentially haunt him.
Do you want them to send another unit? Josh, it's okay.
I've had losses in my own life, and I can relate to how Josh is feeling.
1967, I'm gonna need another unit here. My partner is out for this one. It's okay, buddy. It's okay, it's okay.
Right away, some thoughts and some feelings kind of started rushing to me, and as soon as I started getting closer to the scene, I just couldn't really control my emotions.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Rob will be there. It's okay. I can handle this until we get Rob here. Fire's here, they can help me as much as they can. Just don't come in. Don't mess yourself up. Okay? Just stay in here. It's okay. I'll be fine. I promise. If I need you, I'll call you, okay? Just stay.
This was an unusual call for me in the sense that it was just so close to the events that happened.
No. Just stay. It's okay.
I'm not concerned about him not being able to perform his job. I'm more concerned he's gonna try and come in and he's gonna try and help me and he's gonna wanna help the patient. But in the end, it's not gonna help him.
Are you awake, honey? What's your name?
It's hard to try to keep everything in all the time. You know, you do your best to try to desensitize yourself, keep everything inside without showing that emotion. There's no real way to prep yourself for somebody who's trying to take their own life. I find some things just have a certain trigger.
Did you lose consciousness when this happened?
I couldn't unconnect myself to what was going on in my life, and that's never happened to me before. When I see her walking out of the house on her own, I am happy that, you know, the outcome wasn't how I anticipated it to be. In May, my cousin who's 17, she hung herself kind of in a similar fashion, and I never had anything like that ever happen in our family, and it was kind of one of those things I just was not expecting.
Those are definitely tough calls. I think everybody's been touched by something like that. So when you have something that hits you with the same age, demographic, it's really hard to deal with.
I thought it was gonna be okay.
Josh is young, and Josh is having to learn to deal with kind of the pitfalls and perils of the job. And this one hit him a little bit close to home. Josh and I have a pretty close connection over what it was, because his cousin that took her own life, I was the one that had to work that cardiac arrest and call her.
It hit too close to home.
Need some time to pull yourself back together?
No, it should be okay. Thank you. Oh, just telling Kim, like, that's never happened to me ever.
No. Never lose that human touch, but at the same time, that's why you're going to be good at what you do, because you care. If you didn't care,
yeah,
it wouldn't hit you.
I've been there.
Let's get out of here.
1967 at base, we are clear, and I'm assuming 16 back to 52.
I thought it was gonna be okay. A couple months ago, my cousin committed suicide by hanging. She was only 17. I have never dealt with anything traumatic like this in my family or anything like that in the past. You know, they're always around, so you take a lot of your family for granted, but you never really know until that person's gone how much it's gonna affect you. It's overwhelming.